Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 vs 1 on Fatamorga. On the other side, as the Blood Angels, we've got diemozart. On the northern side, as the Black Templar, we've got Makeshifocean21. Makeshift will be opening up triple Crusader squads, a Templar Artificer, Armory, and a Plasma Generator. Whereas diemozart is going to go for one singular squad of Assault Scout squads, a Progenitor Barracks, and a Plasma Generator. So here we are, we've got Angry Lads versus also Angry Lads, just a slightly different colour. Now the Crusaders over on the northern side do have access to quite a lot of strong melee squads, and that's exactly what Makeshift is going to go for. He's going to go for triple of them, and going to go for an armory, so I assume he's going to soup these guys up with some plasma pistols and other bits and bobs and gubbins to take on the Blood Angels down here. Now you are going to open up for a tactical squad, so you're going to be quite slow at capturing all your things, which I don't know how I feel. Oh right, just tier 2, right, just sod tier 1. Straight into tier 2. None of this nonsense in the early game. Get some Razorbacks out and sort out the business now, which is quite risky up against the Black Templar, as they do quite like to be very aggressive in the early game. Although they'll also be slow at taking up into tier 2. I imagine, as you probably want to get your barracksy kind of thing out, so you can get your Castellan going. Castellan, you recruit him in the Crusader landing site, if I'm not mistaken. But you can't get him until you get that production building. But not an armory instead, and yes, there we go, the plasma pistols are out and about, ready to give everyone a shout. So crazy things indeed. It'll all be about if diemozart can just avoid... But imagine, you're going to get into tier 2. What are you going to buy? You've got no money. There's a tech rush, and then there's a tech folly, I guess. But either way, not going to be seeing any aggression in the early games at the moment. Later stage of the game, the Blood Angels do have quite remarkable access to a roster of heroes that they can make use of. But will we see that against the Black Templar? Depends on what kind of shenanigans they go for. I assume that they're going to go for just a majority of infantry if the armory is anything to go by. Everyone just capturing their nearest and dearest before then going for their fairest and farthest. Here comes one squad of Crusaders that look like they mean business. Or are you just going to go and capture the critical... Yeah, we're going to go capture the critical location. Why not? Just take a moment, take a breath. Why be so aggressive, you know? You've got your whole life ahead of you, young man and or woman. Don't throw it all away with needless aggression in the opening stages of the game, but here it comes a Assault Scout squad, the one and only for diemozart, or the Mozart, depending on which language you're speaking. Are you moving in sync? Almost in sync. Not quite. The Crusaders have finished their capturing of the critical location in the centre, and the first shots of the game, which is not what I was expecting when I saw this game on the Discord. These two factions, like I say, favour being super aggressive in the early game. We're just scaring the scouts away. Big on you, rascals. Okay, tier 2's finished. What's your plan now, Mr. Mozart? Just upgrading your fortified position add-ons to your listing posts. Crusaders sprinting on forward as the scouts run away. Both factions here suffer from a rage mechanic, which if some kind of damage is done to them, they've got a chance of being a little bit angry and refusing to play ball and just going to punch for as long as they can until they regain their senses. Tactical Marines going to scare away the Crusaders. But with their plasma pistols, you'd expect them to be in range stance the majority of the fights. Critical locations will all be captured by the Black Templar there, so maybe that's their plan. Here comes a Castellan, so that means you have gone for... Oh, no, right, so you don't need your stronghold barracks for your Castellan. You just come out whenever you fancy. That's fair enough. Can't blame a man. He does what he wants, when he wants. And these Tactical Marines are about to get sandwiched, which is less than ideal for them. Having to run away from plasma pistol fire as well won't do them a good lick of anything. Fling as swift as they can. One model goes down. And the listing post over here has just managed to be finished up. Will then be bonked by the Black Templar. What else do you have at the moment? You've got a... Oh, just another squad of tacticals. Yeah, the Swift Tier 2 not really showing its face yet. That's alright. Tactical Marines of the Blood Raven, or Blood Angel, sorry, variety. Both are better, to be fair. Being a bit angry, but then deciding to calm down. They do their breathing exercises, relax a bit, But don't get mad, get even. And Captain Tycho coming up will definitely be able to do a lot of damage in close combat. Here he is in his golden armor. Ready to slice and dice people. And the Tactical Marines managing to separate themselves away from the Crusader squads. Captain Tycho glowing gold, allowing him to do more damage while taking more damage in return. I don't think these guys are going to consent to much argy-bargy. They'll try and run away from him as best they can. Listing post over here has been finished off by the Castellan. Captain Tycho, look at the speed on him. And potential for a duel between these two titans of commanders. Captain Tycho is outnumbered. He wants to switch off his golden shine for now. Instead turn his attention to assisting the Tactical Marines of the Blood Angels down here. Captain Tycho, man, surrounded from all ends. Not even he can parry back such devastating blows over and over again. We do have a Devastator squad coming up, which is an interesting choice. Don't know how I feel about that. We've got all this melee stuff coming at you. Range will be quite hard to maintain. Black Rages settle down for the Crusaders there. Even if they want to, they couldn't run away. They're committed. Oh, no, now they've calmed down. It's the purpley bits around them that indicates that they're a little bit mad. So yeah, drawing them over here. Hopefully the Devastators can then sit around the back lines. Oh, but the Devastators don't come out with any heavy weaponry. Right, so you're just basically Tactical Marines for the moment. That's not ideal. That's not what you wanted. Well, the Castellan being chased away. Go and see a assault squad, but not got the squad cap for it. Yeah, it's really annoying when you go for a Devastator squad. Some factions, they come out with all the weapons in tow, and some, like the Blood Angels, don't. You can't exactly just bring them out for a bit of quick DPS. One squad wipe coming out of nowhere. Who's got the autocannon? Oh, it's the listing post over here. The autocannon. The mighty fine bit of damage against all forms of heavy infantry. Morale being broken, and the Black Rage is in situ. So they're just really they just don't want to go home. One more punch, that's all they want. One more punch is all they get. So even though the Black Templar has done a significant amount of damage to the economy of the Blood Angels, they've got an army now, and the Black Templar do not. You're in tier 2, you are in tier 2, and you're going to go for a Crusader Fire Support Squad. We're going to go for a second Plasma Generator. Current economies are 74 and 30, compared to 91 and 10. It's not huge differences in the grand scheme of things. That assault squad is now online, and a quick counter-assault from the Blood Angels is definitely what the Doctor ordered. Send them over onto this side. Looking like they're going to try and bash this listing post. Maybe decap the relic as well. It's always annoying to recapture that. You said the squad's on the right-hand side. They're going to swap. Oh, they've got some plasma pistols. Also going to get a power weapon. And the relic over here has not been built on. It's a bit of a pain. That's free real estate right there, Mr. Mozart. You could have that if you wanted to. Put a grenade in the middle of those assault scout squads. Well, then turn their attention back over to them. We'll see the Castellan come back on over. Got Assault 2 Electric Boogaloo. And the Blood Angels over here were thinking about going and being a bit aggressive, but tending to turn their attention to being more defensive on their side of the map. Don't want to risk the Black Templar coming in. One assault cannon from the listing post chasing him away. They managed to bonk that. Oh, so they didn't bonk down anything. There was nothing here to bonk. They would have got a decap in there if they wanted, but they did not. Didn't feel like it. Although they were above it. Wanted to chase down the scouts. And one scout does live. He lives forever. Which is pretty good of him. Always better to be alive than dead. Well, I suppose it depends where you are in the 41st millennium. You're in the clutches of some sort of Camera citizen's basement. Well, we don't want to be alive, really. Sweet release of death. Being a boon in that situation.
1 minute.
Double Black Templar, and almost getting a critical location countdown victory. Might, in fact, even do so. Got 1 minute left over, and yeah, you've got this bit, and you've got that bit, so the Blood Angels definitely need to do something. Huge engagement on in the centre. Plasma guns for the tactical squads of the Blood Angels. Crusaders bashing down these Devastators who've got no weapon upgrades at all. Submarines definitely need to... Someone needs to decap this. Got a limited amount of time. Submarines bashing the fire support squad. And there's a decap somewhere. What was that? Oh, that one singular scout. He survived. And then got his own back. Glorious stuff. Crusaders not quite having the manpower like the like the Blood Angels. They will fall back to defensible ground. Here comes some Sword Brethren, which are quite powerful in close combat. And gain access to a whole smorgasbord of power weapons and the like. Crusader Support Squad has gone for a couple of heavy bolters. Going to keep them safe away from the assault squad there. And the Castellan join the Crusaders, increasing their movement speed. Oh, showing one jumper from the sky. A less than ideal landing for him. And at the moment, it's really the Blood Angels game. They could be playing a little bit more aggressively. But at the moment, the Crusaders definitely do have a chance of defending themselves here. Now I have a machine bastion about to be finished for diemozart and Captain Tycho coming back out. The addition of vehicles to their unit composition is going to prove to be quite a dangerous thing for the Black Templar. Really need to get some sort of missile launcher stuff on the go for them. I'm trying to get out the the command squad, which if they get the squad cap for them, they have access to the missile launchers that they would need. Any kind of vehicle-based stuff. Well, just standing still at the moment. It's not ideal. You always want to be making sure that you're moving your boys around. Standing still is not efficient action economy. The hole in the centre. And here come the Black Templar. Moving on forward. Attempting to just circumvent the assault squads. Double grenades. Very nice. A little bit of micro right there for you. And also going for some power weapons, which some of them are including axes, which is quite cool. Blood Angels not really making the most out of their unit compositions here. Are falling back away from the Initiates and the Sword Brethren. They managed to get themselves a little bit of space. The assault squad leapfrogging over their tactical friends. And we do have a Dreadnought, which the Blood Angel Dreadnought comes out with a shooty bit, regardless of what you want. So you've got no choice in the matter. Unlike the vanilla Space Marines. Also got a Death Company Rhino. So standing around on the back lines. At the moment, Black Templar are quite comfortable with where they are. Going for machine cuts, some more vehicles for them potentially. Well, not more vehicles, just the beginning of vehicles. If you catch my drift.
5 minutes.
And diemozart now having the countdown victory in his stead. Makeshift has captured the critical location in the centre, so that will give him some additional vision. We'll probably want to wait for the other lads to come forward. Here's the command squad, and they've gone for triple melter guns. So if these guys can stay alive and get in position to destroy the vehicles, I don't think these double tacticals will hold up too well against Sword Brethren and the Crusader Fire Support Squad. I was going to see some more regular Crusaders coming out as well. Captain Tycho's back out, and it's another standstill. Neither player feeling all that comfortable with this assault scout squad. No, not assault scouts. They're not Night Lords. Just assault squads. Ready to jump on top. I assume tying up the command squad will be what they want to do. Double dreadnoughts in there as well. There's a Rhino from the Death Companies, but you've got no guys inside of yet. You're just going to come in and then go back out. Didn't really feel it. Maybe just check and see if these guys are here before they move the Assault Marines to the left-hand side. And if they can hold the Black Templar in the centre, and these Assault Marines can do the damage to the listening posts. We're just postulating at the moment. Give the Assault Squad to bash the listening post, as they're going to force the Crusaders to go on over to defend. Don't know if you would send all of them. So now you're opening this area for these guys to move forward. If they move forward. But it does seem that diemozart's quite comfortable just standing still. I assume that this is the point of the strategy. You're not going to let these guys die on their own, are you? Surely not. You now move these guys this way. That would be the plan to do, diemozart. Standing still, what are you doing in favours?
3 minutes until...
Nope, he's just going to come over and... No. If that was your plan all along, just move them all together, you know? Don't wait for half your assault scouts. No, you're not assault scouts. Those are the other dudes. You're just regular assault marines. Yeah, because you jump them in, and then they die because of all this firepower, while these guys are still getting into position. And you've got this one dancing marine off in the distance, who's caught in between the company rhino, or deaf company rhino, and neither of them can move because of halving. Look at Captain Tycho over there. You're a bit rubbish. Oh, here comes Dreadnought with a sword there. You might have a melter gun, but I've got a sword. I'll bash you like that. Yeah, take that. Blooming non-sword armed Dreadnought. The sword brethren in there. There's still plenty of plasma guns firing down into the Black Templar. Their rage forces them to attack whoever's nearest them. So that some of their models are not quite being as efficient as possible by attacking that Dreadnought. Could really do with still keeping on top of the tactical squads. But plenty of firepower still coming in. And at the moment, the Blood Angels, I don't think have got any anti-vehicle stuff for them. So the Dreadnought and the Razorback has got free reign to just enjoy themselves here. I suppose they did have some anti-vehicle stuff in the form of the Dreadnoughts, but they're all dead now. I'm going to give that Blood Angel a squeeze of throwing them into the river. Very unfortunate. See, a bit of a huge misplay from diemozart there. I thought there was a plan, but the plan was not followed. Do now have some Primaris heavy intercessors. Here comes the Death Company, sprinting forward. There's one dude with a chalice on top of him, not sure why, but he's not spilling a single drop of blood. So I mean, that's good central balance for him. Now these guys will be able to go toe-to-toe with a couple of close combat Black Templar squads, but they need that supporting fire. Primaris heavy intercessors will break down the infantry very nicely, but you've got to bear in mind that the Dreadnought's still knocking around. Oh, look at him! Just running in and kicking these guys down. Riding solo, the rest of them not feeling it. But John over there even gets a friend involved. The assault marines as well. Firepower being focused down on the Razorback. Do the tacticals have a... you're going to go for a melter gun. That'll be your anti-vehicle stuff. But diemozart, you know what? He's... he might be in a losing situation here. But that countdown has managed to catch the Black Templar out of position. So there we go. Well done, diemozart. You may have had a bit of a faux power engagement there, but Black Templar being very thematic with how they play. Just completely forgot about the side objectives. It's like, right, we're going to try and bash as many people as humanly possible. It was as if Makeshift himself fell to the Black Rage, and that was his own doing. There we go. So cheers, Makeshift, for sending that game into the Discord. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week. And there's also Discord where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. As been Mr. Landshark, pleasure's always never short. And I'll see you in a bit. Peace.